Hey, welcome to Failcraft, I'm Hammy and we're back with 2-minute deck guides. Today we're having a look at Raptor Rogue that's just arrived with the League of Explorers. This deck guide's been put together by RDIFB over in Hearthstone off the list of a Russian player called Doktorrr. As always, we'll quickly run through the cards in the deck, a little bit about playstyle and how the deck works, and then go through a few substitutions, combos, and key pieces. Raptor Rogue is a mid-range deck full of sticky minions. We're trying to curve out with strong 2-drops like Haunted Creeper, Nerubian Egg or Loot Hoarder, moving into the Unearthed Raptor to take advantage of the Deathrattle effect, and then Piloted Shredder and Defender of Argus. Following the curve this way from the early to the mid-game should put you in a really strong position. Strategy is relatively simple. Keep your opponent's board clear. If you don't have a good value trade, then go for face. The usual win is getting more and more sticky minions out and just gaining more tempo and value than your opponent to control the board. However, don't forget this deck's got quite a bit of burst. Sometimes you'll be able to do a huge heap of damage out of absolutely nowhere. Unearthed Raptor's battle cry, choose a friendly minion and gain a copy of its Deathrattle effect, is obviously best used on cards that provide you a lot of value. Gaining a copy of the Deathrattle of Nerubian Egg or Piloted Shredder and generating minions is probably always going to be better, for example, than Loot Hoarder or Sludge Belch. The great news about this deck is it's fairly cheap if you've got the first 2 Nax wings and then the first 2 LOE wings. Sylvannas and Doktorrr do push the cost up, but they're pretty solid in any mid-range deck. Really good deck building cards. Here are some replacements. If you don't have Sylvannas, you can always go for Cairn Bloodhoof. If you don't have Cairn, then just go for a Piloted Sky Golem. If you've got no Doktorrr, go for a Piloted Sky Golem or maybe even a Ragnaros the Firelord, but Boom is such a solid deck building card it's well worth saving for as a first or second legendary. Here's a little bit about Mulligan Strategy. Because this deck is mid-range, you want to play fast against control decks and control the board against aggro. Against control, you really want power on the board. Go for a Nerubian Egg into an Unearthed Raptor into a Shredder. That's really devastating against an early game control opponent. You basically build such a sticky board that their board clears are pretty useless. Even if they get to the late game, you're going to outvalue them so hard that you should just push through to win. Against aggro, get your cheaper minions out, Leponome, Loot Hoarder and some removal to stop that early game aggression, and then taunt up some big minions and start being the aggressor with good trades. RDIFB's put a great guide together on Hearthstone. Have a look in the description, really encourage you to go and have a look at the link. Thanks very much for tuning in to this 2-minute deck guide for the Raptor Rogue. Please do like, comment or subscribe if you'd like to see more, and let us know in the comments below on YouTube what you'd like to see next in terms of a deck. This has been Failcraft and I've been Hammy. Take it easy.